Hey everybody, it's me, Benita Edgerton. I am the owner of Benita the Babysitter and More LLC. And you are here to join me on my 12 Days of Christmas countdown with books that represent children of color, that are for children of color, and that are also written and illustrated mostly by people of color. So these books have been wonderful so far, the three that we have read, and now we are on day 4. It is Friday. Yay! We made it through another week. And so this one hopefully will get your day started off great and it'll give you some really good things to think about. This particular book is really special because right now you might be hearing the word racism a lot. And that actually means that someone is treated unfairly because of the color of their skin. So sometimes people who are brown or black, like me, are not treated well. And that is not just by other people, but even by people in different jobs who should treat everyone the same. So this book is actually a way to teach how to be, not to be racist, but how to be anti-racist. So you may not have heard that word before. And it actually just means that the person is willing to fight the good fight and do what is right when needed. And that is including when there is something wrong done to a person of color. So Antiracist Baby, I'm going to let everybody see the book there, is what I'm reading today on day 4. That baby looks like she's already having a good time. It is written by Ibram X. Kendi, who is really cool. He's a professor, and he actually teaches here in the United States. And he was actually on the list of the 100 most influential people. So he's really doing some things to change the way people think and to make the place and the world, make places and the world better for everybody. So the illustrator, so remember, author's the person who writes the words, and that was Ibram X. Kendi. And the illustrator of this book is Ashley Lukinchevsky. So, ready? Here we go. Anti-racist baby is bred, not born. Anti-racist baby is raised to make society transform. What I thought was most cool about this book was that it's in reference to a baby. And so it basically is telling us that we can work from the time that our children and those around us are really young to make sure that everybody is respectful of other people. Babies are taught to be racist or anti-racist. There's no neutrality. Take 9 steps to make equity a reality. So the babies are going to tell us what we need to do if we want to be like anti-racist baby. Number 1, open your eyes to all skin colors. Anti-racist baby learns all the colors. Not because race is true. If you claim to be colorblind, you deny what's right in front of you. This page has people of all color. Little people, big people, of all colors. You may hear sometimes people say that they are colorblind or that they don't see color. And that's actually not really helpful because we actually need to see the differences and the colors and the shades and the hues so that we can appreciate them. That's why it's cool that you are a different color from me and that we are both beautiful. Number 2, use your words to talk about race. No one will see racism if we only stay silent. If we don't name racism, it won't stop being so violent. So the only way that we can solve a problem is by talking about it, right? We teach our children that from really young. We tell them to use their words, and then for some reason we become adults and we decide we don't want to talk about things. Because, it keeps the peace. Then we find out later that's not really what it does. So we actually have to talk about the differences. Number 3, point at policies as the problem, not people. Some people get more while others get less because policies don't always grant equal access. There's arguments sometimes that certain groups and certain people shouldn't get certain things and why others are getting tax breaks when some are not. And honestly, that's not that individual's problem, right? Or their fault. They didn't ask for it. It's just kind of how the policies work. So if we want things to be different, we have to change the policies. And for big people, that means that we have to change the people that are in office that make the policies. 4, shout, there's nothing wrong with the people. Even though all races are not treated the same, we are all human. Anti-racist baby can proclaim. So anti-racist baby knows that even though we're all different, there's nothing wrong with that. Everybody's special in their own way. And each culture is beautiful. Number 5. Celebrate all our differences. Anti-racist baby doesn't see certain groups as better or worse. Anti-racist baby loves a world that's truly diverse. See? We see those pictures of kids of different races hugging. Babies literally will play with anybody that's kind to them. So we have to work really hard that when our babies grow up, they will still play with everybody. Right? We had number 5. What's the next? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Knock down the stack of cultural blocks. Anti-racist baby appreciates how groups speak, dance, and create as they choose. Anti-racist baby welcomes all groups, voicing their unique ways. Now, you guys, this picture's familiar, huh? Toddlers like to knock towers over, build them up, knock them down. Sometimes we need to knock down other blocks that are stopping people from getting where they need to be. Unfairly. 7. Confess when being racist. Nothing disrupts racism more than when we confess the racist ideas that we sometimes express. And that really goes for all the groups, because every group has their stereotypes and has their ideas, but we have to be very careful about what we say. And then if we say something that is racist, we can acknowledge that. Anti-racism is not always doing everything right. It's being willing to have self-reflection and to work to get it right. Number 8, grow to be an anti-racist. Anti-racist baby is always learning, changing, and growing. Anti-racist baby stays curious about all people and isn't all-knowing. So that's where it came in, that we keep learning even when we get big. And as we're big, we make sure that we understand that children are watching us all the time. From the time that they're very small. Nine, believe we shall overcome racism. Anti-racist baby is filled with the power to transcend, my friend, and doesn't judge a book by its cover, but reads until the end. See? Yeah, we have to have hope that things will be better for our children in the future. That's that. This one is one, again, that's a board book. And so if you're looking for books for your little ones, your 0 to 2 set, I would say, these board books that I have are wonderful. So the first one I did was When God Made You. That one's a board book. And then this one is Anti-Racist Baby. It's a board book. And then the last one I read will also be a board book. And that's going to be Every Little Thing. So if you ever have any questions about books to choose for your children, feel free to let me know. And I can see based on their interests and kind of what you want them to learn and what kind of books you need, because you may have a bunch already. And I can definitely help you look. You guys have a great rest of your day. And I will see you tomorrow. There'll be video number 5. All right.